Hey guys, it's Karen and I wanted to come on and do a review of the GHD styler. It's called GHD Eclipse straighteners basically. So I promised you guys some more hair things reviews in 2015, so I thought I would start by doing this. I'd kind of known for a while that I wanted to replace my GHDs, and these are the ones that I was using. These are just the GHDs Mark IV, and I knew that I wanted to replace them, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy GHDs again. I was pretty sure I wanted to, but I wanted to just look at what else was out there and have a look what the GHD range currently had, because I knew there were some new ones out. So I had a look on the John Lewis website and I was really confused because there seemed to be so many and so many different prices, and I thought, well, that's confusing. But I know that there's a lady in John Lewis, I have seen her doing demos and talking through the products, so I thought I'll go in there and ask. So that's what I did. I went and asked her to explain everything to me, because the other thing as well is I had seen a review on one of the straighteners saying that it doesn't clamp together properly, and that they didn't like it, and I thought that's the last thing I want, because I have bought straighteners before. I have kind of dabbled in less expensive ones and I've sometimes found I can't grip my hair, you know, so it's just no good for me. So the lady explained to me that you've got the GHD Mark IV, which is this one, and then there was another one after this called the Mark V. Now that one is for fine or thin hair, and that's the one that doesn't close as close together, and it's specifically made for finer, thinner hair. And then after that came the Eclipse, which is the one that I have just bought, and it looks like this. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery. It is a beautiful hair tool, and this one is for all hair types, but it's particularly good for thick hair, and it's just an updated version of this. So if you wanted to buy the GHD Mark IV, you still can in John Lewis, and it would be £99. But for the one that I bought, the Eclipse, it's £125. If you want to buy the Mark V, I suspect it's about 110, something like that. I didn't check because I'm not reviewing that. I'm just really reviewing this one today, the GHD Eclipse. So let's think about the differences. So obviously this one is £25 more expensive, but it is a lot better technology. So this one has a better, I don't know whether it's a better, it's just a gloss on the plate, so it's less likely to get to that point where it's dragging your hair. It's more glossy and it's going to glide through your hair even easier than the GHD. And I have to say, I used both of these this morning. I thought, well, I'll try them like on, you know, I'll pick one up and then pick the other one up and compare the two together. And I don't know whether that's just because this is an older one, you know, it's not brand new, but the difference is night and day. This does just glide through my hair. This also has, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like even heat technology. So it's got 3 heat sensors in the plates here, which means that the heat isn't located in any one spot. It's evenly across the plates. It doesn't feel as hot when I'm running it through my hair, and the way I can tell that is when I use my GHD, I go like this and then I hold my hair like that. I don't know why I do that. It's just a habit. But when I do that, my hair is normally really, really hot with my old GHDs. When I do it with this, it's not so hot. So that's really good. And actually, I should have said one of the reasons I was thinking of buying a new one was just because I was, you know, I'm interested in the new technology, but also I feel like my hair, I do straighten it a lot now. I never used to straighten my hair, and it is getting dry and split ends on the end. So anything I can do to improve the quality, I'm always interested in that. So I thought, well, if there's something in the new one that will be kinder to my hair, I'm interested in it. And it definitely feels kinder to my hair. So let me talk you through this one. The really lovely thing about it is it's got, it's kind of like a mobile phone when you put it on. You press this and hold and it comes on and it heats up extremely quick. In fact, let's see if they do heat up the same time. So you just press this button here. Let's see how quickly. Because supposedly this heats up quicker. Yeah, that one's ready now. Because I always considered this to be very, very fast heat up. When this was heating up, I thought, oh, it's not that much faster, but actually it is, because this is still waiting. There we go. So yeah, it is a lot faster. So anyway, you heard it sound like a mobile phone. That's it heated up. So it heats up a lot quicker than the old one. To turn it off, you press and hold this and it goes off again, which to me, like I said, sounds like a mobile phone. The other thing this has is a cool outer technology, so the outside of it will stay cool for 45 minutes, which is really good. Although I have to say, I never noticed this being hot, so I was actually surprised, although saying that, feeling it now, yeah, it may well have got hot. I can feel the heat from it, whereas with this I can't feel it at all. So that's really good, and it does seem to cool down very quickly as well. One of the things I'd normally like to have on straighteners is an auto shut off. I haven't read the instructions, but I don't see it listed anywhere that it's got an auto shut off. But I didn't mind too much because this one is so bright, you know, there's such a bright light and then it's lighted up here. I feel like it's kind of obvious that it's on, you know, whereas with the Mark IV, it wasn't obvious because the light was inside. And that's the other thing that's really good about this, that this is on the outside. You don't have to put your fingers anywhere near the inside, anywhere near the plates to get it on, whereas with this one, obviously, it's quite close to the plates. It's inside and it's there, and this one's on the outside. Probably didn't pick the best day to do this, did I? Because my hair is not looking particularly good today. It's looking a little bit kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit greasy. It's definitely hair washing day anyway. So let me show you the box that this came in. It's the GHD Eclipse, and it came in this cardboard box. This is the one with the limited edition gold rose roll bag, which looks like this. And I think that's really cute. It's a little bit too big for me to use on here, so I'm not sure, but it attaches to, this is the bag. So this is the bag and this is the roll, and then the idea is you put it on the bottom here, and then the straighteners are in here, and then you can use this as your kind of workstation, you know, to put it on. So it's really nice. I have to say it's a really nice roll bag, but it's probably not something I'm going to use, to be honest, because it's quite bulky, but it's very pretty. So then inside the box is this nice sturdy, it's kind of like a shoe box, you know, GHD box. Let me just read the back to make sure that I've told you everything that I need to. So it says only style with the tri-zone technology, so that's where it's all evenly spread out so that, you know, you don't get too much heat in one area of your hair. So that's probably, that's a good selling point for a lot of people because it will be more healthy to your hair. Powerful enough to transform even the most difficult to style hair with less heat. The less heat thing is interesting because one of the reasons I didn't want to buy it perhaps was because she said it's 185 degrees. That's how high it gets Celsius. And I said, well, oh no, I need 210 because my hair is just so stubborn and so holds a wave that if I don't have 210 it won't straighten. But I had already been talking to her about the fact that I had the Mark IV, and she said, but the Mark IV is 185 as well. And I was astounded. I totally thought this was 210 and as high as you could get. So yeah, when it says less heat, I'm not sure whether it means less heat than other straighteners, or I'm not sure what that less heat part refers to, but it's 185 degrees, and this has apparently been proven to be the perfect heat for straightening hair but not damaging it. So I was willing to go for it despite that, because I thought, well, if I've been thinking that one was 210, that one certainly works. I'll just quickly read you the rest of the blurb on here. So it says, patented tri-zone technology. Our revolutionary technology gives incredible styling power for ultimate results in one stroke with less heat. 3 sensors per plate guarantee the optimum styling temperature from root to tip for faster styling and outstanding results. Precision plates, perfectly smooth to glide effortlessly through even the thickest hair for faster styling and exceptional shine. Cooler outer body, stays cooler for 45 minutes of use and styles right from the root for enhanced volume. Ergonomic design, improved handling for easier styling. Heat resistant plate guard, ready to style in seconds, and a sleep mode. Oh, it does have a sleep mode. So it switches off after 30 minutes unused. Oh, well, that's really good to know, because it wasn't one of the key features, so I like that. But even if it didn't have, I think it's, you know, you can see that you've left it on, so you'll use less electricity, which is good. Professional length 2.7 metre cable and a 2-year warranty and universal voltage. The only thing with that I would perhaps disagree with, I agree with everything there except for, and she did tell me that this, about one of those things where you can just run it through your hair once and you don't need to go over it again. I haven't necessarily found that to be true. And in fact, I was just looking, thinking, I've got a little bit of hair there. Let's see if I can give a little demo and see if it will show. Yeah, I found that I needed to go over it a couple of times, and I found that to be the same with these though. It's no different to the Mark IVs, but I don't mind that at all. So it also says you can do it from the very root, which again, I didn't notice particularly any difference. So let's see. See, to me, there's still a bit of a kink there, but that might just be my, you know, it's an awkward angle. Well, I suppose. Yeah, perhaps I was being unfair with that, because that does seem to be, well, no, I see I went over there twice, and I don't know whether that's just a habit, or whether that really is that it needs to go over twice. So I suppose I can't give you the definitive on that. But what I would say is it's no different to this. With this, I always went over each area twice, but I feel much happier going over it twice with these, because they just glide over so much easier. Yeah. When you look at that underneath, it's still kind of wavy, and I don't know whether that's because I missed that bit or whether it didn't straighten it properly. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, maybe because I pulled that bit up and did that underneath bit. I don't know. Like I said, it's exactly the same as the Mark IV anyway, so that's certainly not a downside for me. I think that's everything there is to tell you about it. I don't know whether it's been clear from what I've been telling you, but I am very, very pleased with it. I feel like I can trust in GHDs, and I'll never forget my first GHD, because I've had a few pairs, and it was, my sister was using it on her hair when I was staying with her, and I asked if I could try it, and literally as soon as I used it, I was like, oh, okay, this is why everybody's spending the money on it. Because to that point I was like, why would anybody spend 100, and I think it was about 125 for them at that time, why would anybody spend that amount of money on a straightener? And as soon as I used it, I remember just thinking, oh my goodness, that's amazing, you know. So I've kind of trusted in them, and I'm really, really pleased with it, really happy with it. It was a real spur of the moment purchase for me. I wasn't, like I said, I'd been thinking about it, but I was going to do some research and, you know, go in and ask them. I went in and asked, and I just went, I'll have it, because she let me try it in the shop. That's the other thing. If you go into a John Lewis, I don't know whether every John Lewis will have it, but you get to try it out. And that's what kind of convinced me, because I used it, you know, she let me use it and I could feel the difference, and I was like, yes, definitely. So to me, definitely worth £125. I'm not so bothered about the rose gold roll bag that comes with it, but very happy. So if you've got fine hair or thin hair, perhaps try and see if you can go into a John Lewis, or I can't think where else would do a demo. Maybe in the States you have places that would do demos as well, to try out the Mark V and see if that might be more suitable for you. Because in fact in America you could probably use it and take it back if you didn't like it. I don't know what the story is with in the UK. Certainly anything you buy from Boots in that respect you can't. But you know, you can't take it back just because you don't like it if you've used it. I don't know what the case is with GHDs or with John Lewis, but I would say, yeah, try the Mark V if you've got thin or fine hair. If you don't have thin or fine hair and you are swithering between getting the Mark IV, the old one, or the new one for £25 extra, and thinking, well, what do I get for that £25 extra? I think that it's healthier for your hair. This is definitely better for your hair. I can feel that it's not tugging as much, and obviously the technology is there. That's really the only thing I would say. If you want to pay the extra £25, you're using something healthier on your hair. So if you're using it every day, perhaps it's worth it. If you're somebody that only occasionally uses straighteners, perhaps you'd be okay with the Mark IV. So I think that's everything. I hope that was useful to you. I did also buy, I told you it was a spur of the moment. I walked away from the shop thinking, you just spent £250 or £230 as if it was nothing. You just can't buy any makeup for the rest of the month, you know. So anyway, I went in and I bought that one, and I also bought the GHD curling tong. So I did want to try and do a review of the curling tongs as well, but I haven't yet used them, simply because I've got a new puppy and things are crazy and time is lacking. And the only reason I've got time now is because Kev has taken him to the vet and I'm on annual leave. So when he comes back, he's got a meeting to go to, and that's me. So hopefully I'll be able to edit this video and get it up for you. But I really want a chance to use the curling tongs, and then I will do a review on them. And I'm very interested in the hairdryer as well, but obviously I just couldn't afford that because I didn't even intend to buy. I kind of had it in my head that I was getting the straighteners, did not intend to buy the curling tongs, but when I found that they had a clip on, I was really excited, so I bought those, and I tried those in the shop as well. So we shall see how I get on with that. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Quickly before I go, I'll tell you what's on my face. I've got on Revlon Colour Stay Foundation in Buff, which is why I look so pale. I need a fake tan, I think. On my eyes, I've used a new Lancome eyeshadow palette, and I don't know the name of it. So this is the palette. It is called Lancome My French Palette, and it's beautiful. Wait till you see this. So this is what it looks like. And then you open this end bit and look at that. Some beautiful turquoise colours. So I used this palette on my eyes this morning and I really, really love it. Great shadows. I might well do a review of this palette actually. On my cheeks I've got Benefit Coralista, and I think that's everything. Brows are Anastasia Dip Brow and Caramel. I'm not sure how much I'm loving this. But I don't know, we'll see. And on my lips, I've just got a tiny bit of MAC Fabby lipstick because it seems to go with everything. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.